Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you all are having a great day. In today's video, I got a super satisfying clean with me. We'll be cleaning up my kitchen and doing some laundry during nap time, which is my most productive time of the day, or most days. But before we get started, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found my channel. My name is Sheila. I'm a married stay-at-home mama to 3 living in Maryland, and I always upload 2 videos a week, and it's always cleaning and organizing. So if you like content like that, then I've got the channel for you. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
If you give me one more chance, I swear.
So on this day, I had initially planned on filming just a quick 10-minute tidy up of my house for you guys, but after doing the dishes, it kind of snowballed into more of a deep clean of my kitchen. Not a total deep clean, but there's definitely some areas that I noticed needed a little bit more attention, so that's what I took care of in this video, and I'm so glad that I did. But now I'm just gonna unload the dishwasher and reload the dirty dishes. And this is my least favorite task in the kitchen for sure. I dislike unloading the clean dishes. But as you can see here, I put some dishes back into my dishwasher because I noticed when I was unloading them that they weren't all clean. And that's never really happened to me before, maybe like 1 or 2 things, but never that many dishes that came out that weren't clean. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'm gonna go ahead and get the ones that were clean put away and then reload the dirty dishes. And there'll be some that I have to hand wash too, some pots and pans, and you'll see one of the pots is pretty burnt and I have to scrub it for a pretty long time to get it clean.
Try again, yeah, just give me one more chance. I swear I'll try my best to always be there. And I want you to know that I'm lost without you. I'm not without you. I hope I can show what you mean to me, 'cause I don't know what to do if you go.
So I'm not sure if you guys can tell or not, but I'm suffering from some pretty bad sunburn. So we went to the beach with my family last Friday, and for some reason I decided not to put any sunblock on. I'm very fair-skinned and I burn super easy, and I know this, but for some reason I thought I was gonna be fine. But let me tell you guys, I was not fine. This is the worst sunburn I've ever had. It's getting better. Right now I'm just in like the itchy peeling phase, which I think may be worse than the initial burn itself, but I can't wait for it to be totally gone. Hopefully I'll learn my lesson this time, but I doubt it. I'll probably burn again next year. But here I'm just scrubbing off that pot that I was telling you that I had burnt, and I'm using a Brillo pad to get it all off. Typically I would use a SOS pad because it works way easier and does a better job than this, but I was out of those, so I had to work with what I had, and I definitely had to work to get it off, but I did get it all off eventually.
Don't know what to do if you go. I just don't know what to do if you go.
So now that I'm finally done with all of those dishes, I can do my favorite chore in the kitchen, which is cleaning the sink. It's also the most satisfying, I think. To do that, I'm going to be using my Barkeeper's Friend and that Brillo pad just to go ahead and give it a really good scrub. This product does a great job of cleaning the sink and also gives it a really nice shine afterwards. It's definitely like my reward to doing all of those dishes.
Every time I see your face, I'm losing track of time and space. I don't know where I am. It's like I'm wasted, and I won't waste it. And I promise that I will stand by you forever. I can't get you out of my mind. I will follow you wherever.
So this is where things kind of started to snowball for me. So here I'm just showing you guys some of the cooked on food and stuff I had on the cooktop, and I knew I needed to go ahead and get that cleaned. But then I noticed the vent on the oven and all of the crumbs and the dust and whatever else was in there. I noticed it and I knew I needed to clean it. So I've never cleaned that area before. We lived in this house for over 2 years and I've never cleaned that vent out. So I'm gonna take care of that today, but first we're gonna work on the cooktop. And to do that, we'll be using the Mrs. Meyer's baking soda cream cleanser. I'm just gonna put that on there, scrub it in with a scrub brush, and then I'm gonna let it sit and move on to cleaning that vent. And for the vent, we're just gonna use wet Q-tips. I'm just gonna use wet Q-tips and get it all out, and it was disgusting, you guys.
And I promise that I will stand by you forever. I can't get you out of my mind. I will follow you wherever.
now I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Method glass cleaner to clean the oven door, and I'll also be using that on the rest of the stove, but I'll show you guys that in just a minute.
Yeah, no one makes me feel like you
And now it's time to go back up to the cooktop and scrape off all of that cooked on food. This is my favorite part of cleaning my cooktop. It's the most satisfying to do and watch. I'm just gonna go ahead and scrape all of the screen cleanser off and all of the cooked on food. And then I'm gonna wipe the cleanser off with a paper towel, and then I'm gonna go in with that Method glass cleaner and wipe it down with that also. I do that because I wanna make sure there's no residue from the cream cleanser left over when I go to use my stove later on.
Maybe I was blind, known you forever while I tried to find someone that could be my great love. Right in front of me, I didn't realize you were my dream, so you took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we would.
And to wipe down the countertops, I'm going to be using the Caldrea countertop spray in the scent Sea Salt Neroli. I totally forgot I even had this spray, and then I was watching Amanda from This Crazy Life's newest video, and she was using it and just raving about the smell of it. And I thought to myself, you know what? I need to use that because it does smell amazing. And now we're going to move on to the kitchen table, but I wanted to give you guys a close-up real quick. That is ketchup right there. So Dalton had a quesadilla for lunch, and he likes to dip them in ketchup. And he threw one across the table in a true toddler fashion, and it got everywhere. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clean that up. And there's also, I tried to show you guys, I don't know if you saw it or not, but there was like crud that was caked up on the table, and that happens where Dalton sits every so often, and I need to go in with my scraper and get it off.
Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Wanna give you every part.
So I realized when I was showing you guys the caked up crud where Dalton sits at that I hadn't used that scraper on the stone in a while. And if you're new here, you might not know, but me and this table have a love-hate relationship. It's a beautiful table, but it's so hard for me to keep clean. Food gets stuck in the crevices of the stone, and it just drives me nuts. But I'm gonna go ahead and get it all scraped up and cleaned off today. And to do that, I don't know if I mentioned or not, but I'm using the Good for Wood Method Cleaner.
Even in my wildest dreams, even in my wildest dreams. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like oh yeah. Wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like
Okay, so I realize that this is probably disgusting, the fact that I have to scrape food off the side of my table, but this is just my real life, you guys. I have a messy toddler. He makes a complete mess when he eats, and every couple weeks I have to scrape dried up food off the side of my table because I miss it. I clean this table multiple times a day, but this is something that I still have to do.
When we were younger, we used to sit on the grass among the flowers. We just let the days pass by. People would tell us to get a grip of ourselves and get a job. We didn't care what we were told, 'cause when we were younger,
We used to sit on the grass and go, damn, I don't wanna grow old. I wish I could turn back time.
So cleaning off this wall right here is another thing that I have to do every couple of weeks. This is the wall behind the kitchen table, and Brayden always touches it with his dirty hands when he's getting up and down from the kitchen table. And I have to use a magic eraser every couple of weeks to go ahead and clean the wall off. The paint in our house is a flat paint, so it's very hard to keep clean. Anything that touches it sticks to it and shows. So I do the best that I can to keep them clean, but it doesn't always come off. And as you can tell, that marker spot right there didn't come off, which I knew that wouldn't. I've tried multiple times and it's not going anywhere. So here's an overview of the kitchen, all nice and clean. I didn't have to mop this day because I actually mopped the night before because the boys had tracked in tons of mud throughout the house, so I was good on that. But before we headed in to fold a load of laundry, I wanted to go ahead and make myself an iced coffee to take with me. And this has been my favorite combination lately. It's just the Stokes cold brew and hazelnut creamer. This has been the best thing that's come out of quarantine for me. I used to go multiple times a week to Starbucks or Dunkin' and get an iced coffee, but lately I've just been loving having it at home. Now don't get me wrong, I do still love to go to Dunkin' and get an iced coffee once a week, but it's definitely not multiple times a week like it used to be.
I wish I could turn back time. Stay up all night singing songs on the terrace. We didn't mind sitting out in the cold. It wasn't possible to make us embarrassed. We were free. Do you remember stealing smokes from your parents? Sometimes we got a bit out of control. When they found out we ran from home just to scare them, we were free. When we were 17.
The last thing that I wanted to do today was fold this load of laundry. It's mainly just blankets and sheets and some of the boys' clothing, so it was super easy to fold and get put away. But that's gonna do it for today's video, you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this quick, satisfying clean with me. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I would love to have you join my little YouTube fam. I'm so close to 500 subscribers and I can't wait to hit that goal so I can do that giveaway that I talked about with you guys. So be sure, if you like my content, that you hit that subscribe button. I would really, really appreciate it. I hope you all have a great day, and I will catch y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.
Singing songs on the terrace. We didn't mind sitting